Ladies and gentlemen, boys and the girls, welcome to I almost said Oxide Dark Collecting Weekly live unboxing. My name is Zach, joined as always by Lane, the legend Kramer. Lane, how are we doing today?
I'm doing okay, sir. Man, I have a lot to live up to from last week, though, when you
I
went
know.
posing wild. If you didn't catch
I
it, guys,
know.
last week, go check out the Oxfather. We get a flip rolls where
Yeah.
the Oxfather got to unbox Symbiote Spider-Man from Hano Studios, which Hano seems to be going crazy with stuff lately that we
I
don't expect.
know.
So go check that out. You got to watch the Pride, the
Thanks.
prejudice, the pain, and the joy of trying to pose alive in front of people a supposedly actually posable 6 scale figure.
Stressful, bro. I did not like it. It was stressful.
Well, you did a good job and handled it, and I think everybody, judging from the views, people seem to be in it pretty decently. So,
There you go.
we'll have to think same Spidey place, same Spidey time. Get you some
There you
more
go.
Spider-Mans to have to pose live, and just hope to see if
Dude,
the,
we're
the
doing a
suits got enough.
maximum Spider-Man unboxing. That'd be fun.
Or at
That'd be
least
super fun.
get you to do some Mafex or something like that. That should be a time where maybe like part of an After Dark or something is we just have you have to post Spider-Man figures. It's like 30
That'd be fun.
minutes of you just posing,
Dude,
and we all get a point and laugh if you do something wrong or something falls over. I think that sounds like a great time. I know you would appreciate
I don't like to be bullied.
it.
I do not like to be bullied, Lane.
No.
Are you
What's the
glad that
worst?
you didn't? Are you glad that you didn't get the sculpted or the rooted version, rather?
Well, it was $500. I wasn't willing to spend that much money.
Yeah.
And none of the other ones have been that expensive. I mean, of all the, well, I'll talk about it here in a little bit as we're going along. So here we guys have what I felt like forever it took to get this guy finally. This is the DX32 Joker, Heath Ledger. Of course, a guy we've never seen anything of within the last 5 years at all from anybody because no one likes to make this guy at all, as we're aware.
Let that man fucking
we're-
rest.
I know, man. Well, it's because we got all those Jack Nicholson jokers. They just won't leave us alone with that guy.
Yeah.
Anyway,
State Farm Joker next. Artisan, bro.
that was actually pretty.
We got
great looking. Yeah,
Toy Mafia, SpongeBob SquareBalls, Universal Key, JB, Draw the Line, Rob Barnes, Happy Green Day. Hopefully you all are enjoying a tall cold one or two. I don't do a lot of drinking, so I'm not doing that today, but that does sound really fun.
Hey,
Chris
depending
Porteous.
on if this guy looks, it could drive me to drink. I'll put myself out.
Wow.
Who knows?
Yeah.
And Chris, Dark Empire League. I actually got the Artisan. That is probably the Artisan figure I'm most looking forward to because that is my literal favorite incarnation of Luke Skywalker, Dark Empire League. Because I read that miniseries 6 times back in the day, which is a lot for me. So here we have the Ledger Joker. I won't lie, this box is cool. I really like this box, just with the print of Ledger, all the ha 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 ha's and everything. Not anything we haven't already seen before. And then of course we've got the DX here. Now, do you remember? I don't know if you, because I purposely did not watch many unboxing of this figure because I wanted to see it as much as possible. I have not watched one for the Sculpted, like one, because I did not want this guy like ruined at all. I wanted to see him just kind of myself out of the box.
Yeah.
I know this box is not as big as that one because not an entire other side, which is for the head sculpt and the little plastic, carrying piece for it. But we've just got kind of the red line for kind of the Joker red smile here. I actually like this too. They've got kind of the silver here with the Joker DX32 here on the side, along with the Dark Knight trilogy insignia we've seen for a lot of the figures, which seems to be just kind of what they roll with. And then, of course, we've got some more ha 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 ha's. That's kind of par for the course for this figure. Now, this is your first time coming to catch us, guys. This is a DX figure. I expect most people are familiar with this, but if we have any who are not, this is a special series. Well, used to be more special series, but technically it's kind of a special edition series of figures that come in a little bit. Would you agree, probably, Zach? Like kind of more deluxe-ish kind of box, even though some of the deluxe boxes they put out now for even just a regular version are pretty well done and everything. For instance, that ATRT with the ARF we unboxed like a couple weeks ago. Even though not quite as done up like this, that was excellently done, boxed and well packaged. So here we have a couple different pictures of the figure itself. So this is, guys, the sculpted version, not the artisan version, if that's what you were coming to see tonight. Unfortunately, I did not feel like spending $500 before shipping on that figure when it came up for pre-order. I just wanted the sculpted version, and that may or may not have been a good idea in retrospect. We'll see. I always really like usually the DX inserts. They don't usually have a ton of artwork or something on them, but I like this where they show them, because I'm probably going to do something like this when I pose them up, which would be like with holding one of the cards or Joker cards or something. That's usually kind of like a lot of people who like that. We've got a nice side view of the sculpt here, and of course this guy, as usual for a lot of the modern Hot Toys, has where you can adjust his eyes and give him that look. Now, if this guy is like any of most of the modern figures, trying to remove his and then reattach his head sculpt, can be a pain in the ass, so I don't know if I'll ever do that. There is just a little bit of dialogue on here, so you guys can see it real quick. It's you just kind of commemorating, letting you know what the Joker is, all that kind of stuff with it. But this is nice. If you've never seen the DX, got a lot of padding, stuff like that. Keep it looking good. Keep from damage for it. That's one thing I will say DXs do really good. I think the last DX we unboxed was actually Obi-Wan, if I remember correctly, from the Kenobi show. The kind of sad Kenobi. So here we have Joker. So this box now. Did anybody else in CW end up picking up the Artisan Joker? Do you know?
Fern has this version, and then Manny has the rooted version.
Okay, because I did not see that one. Like I said, I've avoided a lot of the unboxing stuff. Yeah, it's very sad about Heath Ledger, Rob. Yeah, that he died, because we didn't get to see, like, it felt like his Joker was missing from the third Dark Knight movie. That was the box a lot bigger for that one versus this with the packaging, because I know it had like a separate side for
I'm not sure.
the head sculpt. Okay,
I'm the Joker baby.
So this is kind of the standard packaging you're going to see, where you have the figure showing here, and then you have this removable. And so here they usually have a really nice layout for this. So you'll have the top. There's usually a couple layers to these. So you got the top layer here, where you're going to have the Joker looking nice. It doesn't look like he has a ton of plastic. You know, a lot of times you run into around I have not removed anything from him or anything like that, any plastic. So already I can say the coat looks really nice. I like already the purple and stuff for the coat looks really good. Already just kind of seeing it here still in the box. And we've got some of the accessories right here. This top. Then let's see. Joker out of here, because we're going to look at some of the accessories first. How's the lighting right now, too? I did some finagling for getting some of the lighting around.
Looks
and fun. Here we have even more accessories. One thing this guy comes with a lot is accessories. A lot of weapons and everything else. Hot Toys did not skimp on this for this guy. Almost to like the overdose on this. You know. So, okay. I do think this is probably one of the bigger boxes I'm going to get this year. Probably I'm going to get, because I'm getting like the deluxe 82 or 92 Batman and stuff. That one is probably going to come with, is going to be fairly large, because I got the one with the diorama and stuff. But let's see. Okay, so let's see. So we got the diorama base. Now, yeah, okay. So just to kind of take a look. So here's all the accessories he comes with. So we'll take a look here first, just kind of give you guys an idea that all in this truck. So they have this laid out really nice. So this is going to be obviously for one of the tools that comes with it. And then you've got for adjusting the eyes if you need it. So some of the basic tools here for the figure itself. Now this, I am not sure what this is for yet. This might have to be looking at the instructions because this one does come with a fairly decent sized instruction manual for it. So it looks like this is some of the pieces and like this is a couple of extra wrist joints, everything. Or the figure would come with most of them. Now here we've got the playing cards, and these are all little 1/6 scale cards. They're actually being put, they're actually kind of together with plastic. It's kind of hard to see here. See right there? So you got the Joker.
You said those are like a hard plastic?
Well, they're plastic around them, holding them in place. I won't be taking these apart because I don't want to risk losing them. I won't be probably taking these apart. I don't know, but you can kind of see here. Let's see if I can get it. There are individual cards. This isn't like one big, flat plastic bundle or something. These are each individual cards, but they're like little 6 scale, but they have plastic around him. So you've got the top one there, the Joker. I might try and take out like one of these to kind of stick in the hand or something, but we'll see. Probably having a little trouble because I got all this other color stuff on there, but that's cool. And they've got individual sets of bills here. Plastic bills, obviously, gangster money. And these, if you notice, they're real paper.
I like that. I like that one company that gave you that fucking massive stack. Dude, that was awesome. I still think that's one of the cooler accessories in a Heath Ledger Joker in a long time, and I don't think you'll ever see it again. It's amazing.
Yeah. So they have 3 sets of these that are kind of put together, held here by plastic. So these are kind of good. And you got George Washington on there. See right there. The printing is pretty nice on these. Oh, okay. I'll definitely draw the line when I get him out and stuff. I'll take a look because I know you might remember like when I did the ARC Trooper unboxing for that guy, the foot pegs and everything for that were loose kind of a little bit, which happens with a lot of the troopers. Okay, I'm going to say I like this setup right here. That they have individual player cards and it's got the 3 sets of the money. This is probably stuff I will not use though. Because I don't want to risk losing it. I might take out one of the Joker cards to stick in his finger, unless he's got maybe something separate where you can do that. But he has a whole bunch of different knives and shit, and it's crazy. So I'll start with some of the guns because these are a little bit easier. So here we've got the shotgun, and let's see, no, okay. So unfortunately, there we go. Yeah, that's what I thought. So you've got the shotgun here, and it does have pump ammo, so you can move it, manipulate it if you want to, in a different area on there. That's pretty cool. The paints are pretty good. Let's see. So it looks pretty good. I like the blacks and everything on that are pretty good. I do like kind of the wood color here, the browns, kind of reddish brown they use. I think it does offset this pretty well. Of course, this is the weapon for me. Now, just so you know, I think, if I recall correctly, wasn't the in-art one, I think was metal for his machine gun here. Yeah. This one is plastic. This is, I held it for a second. Nope, plastic. So it's still articulated. So you can still like flip this out if you want to. Have it there. Paint amps are pretty good. Let me see. Okay, yeah. So that's cool. Put this down for a second so you guys can see. So it is removable for the bullet rack, and then there you have like the one little one at the top there. You can just get that match back up, stick it back in just like that. So they do still, even though it's made out of plastic, there is still plenty of articulation. The paint amps on it are good. I will admit I'm having a little bit trouble focusing my own eyes because I've got a lot of light coming from that direction. I'm trying to make this a little brighter, so hopefully people are having a little bit easier time seeing stuff. But there is some dust and stuff like that you can kind of make on the base here and stuff, so it does have a little bit of wear and tear on it for the machine gun. To me, this is like probably the most important of the accessories because this is my favorite weapon that he uses. Let's see, what is this? I am not sure what this is. It's like a base or something. I don't know if anybody in chat might know what this is.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Was that the detonator for the? Oh, that's his tongue.
Oh, okay. This is the switch out tongue. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, that looks like a tongue for a second, but I'm like the back. I forgot there. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, the switch out tongue that he's got. I forgot about that. That looks really weird by itself. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Here, so if you guys needed your Joker tongue. That looks really weird, just kind of by itself. Was that something? Do you remember Zach, when you remember looking at this? I know it was a bit ago. Like, were you like, oh, when they showed the little tongue switch out, were you like, man, that is exactly what Joker needed? Sometimes
I felt it was odd that other companies didn't have that.
Yeah. For how wacky a character he was and everything, and with the facial gestures he would do. Obviously, this is probably more the handgun most people know with Joker. Okay, so yeah, this is also removable and it's plastic. Both these are plastic. Draw the Line was mentioning in chat that that like his other gun here was very heavy. The magnetic hands could barely hold it, which that doesn't surprise me a ton. Kind of the metal silver here is actually really nicely done. It looks very clean on this weapon. Overall, looks good. Okay, take a look here. And if I'm going too fast, guys, or something you want me to slow down for a second, please let me know in chat. Or you want me to go back and look at something, I will. So this is, I don't know if I'm going to take this out because I've heard this thing can be a pain to put back. I'm going to pull this up to give you guys a little bit better view of it. So this is the grenade pack. As you can see there, this is, you are able to stay in this, like the famous scene and towards the first part of The Dark Knight when Joker meets with the underworld bosses. He has this entire setup under his jacket. You can hook this up under his jacket, but I have heard it is a huge pain in the ass to do. Like, incredibly annoying to actually get set up under his coat. So I will probably not be doing that. That particular look, why I like it, it's not like something that's essential to me that I'll need. So I don't think I'll probably be doing that. Okay. Oh, this is one thing I can tell already I find a fail. Zach. It's got one of these clampers to go around the body. I can just see this pressing into the suit already.
Yeah.
I don't get why isn't it just a regular, crotch grabber? Sorry, I got sidetracked for a second there. I was like, oh yeah, I remember I saw that earlier and I went, man, I hate this. Okay, so there are a lot of little knives, guys. A lot of little knives. And here he's got a couple. And these are a little pokey at the end, but they're plastic, or else I probably would have stabbed myself with them just there. Oh yeah. This is definitely the best magic trick we ever saw in a Batman show. Making a pencil disappear. That's cool. I'm glad they actually included that. I think this is actually metal. The pencil here is painted up. It is actually, yeah, this is metal. This thing. I feel like almost that I would want to pose him with this, where he's like putting it against the side of his head, kind of like he's thinking about should he start writing something or another. Okay, so this is one of his knives. Really pretty good paint apps on it. It's looking pretty nice. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, so this is plastic, this one, and it's, there we go. That's what we see. It is articulated. You can do it and then do like it's coming out of the. That's good. That one's articulated. This looks like a cheese grater. I won't lie. And last of his blades. Or getting ready to slice some salami, depending on what he feels like. Okay, so that's all the main accessories, guys. I would probably say of all of these, it's going to be his main machine gun, and I really like the cards and the dollar bills. That's like of the accessories and stuff. Those are probably my favorite. Now, real quick, the base here. We've got a street thing for this crotch or the crotch grabber to put it on. You're able to remove it right there, and you'll just attach it right there. It's whatever. Was there light up? I think with the there's with the artisan a light up feature with this, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like I think it's the logo, the bat logo or something like that.
Yeah, that was part of what you were paying $140 more for. I actually got this guy for a pretty good deal. For where I picked him up, I got him for about, I think, $345 shipped. Just this one. Which way away do you go? There we go. Okay. So here, we're going to move to the accessories to the side for the moment and get the main player here on the board. Okay. And I'm going to shift you over here to have you like this so we can see your hands. Okay. Here's the Joker himself, guys. As you can see, the foam here keeps him really nice. I do like how they did the packing for this because it's easy just to stick it back right where all the accessories are. No muss, no fuss. Okay, so let's see about getting him pulled out here. Nice. Careful. Ooh, yeah. Okay, there we go. Ooh, yeah. Okay, I really like how that jacket just feel in right here. Okay. Well, let's see if we can get him to straighten out a little bit. Okay. All right, so stick these here and get this out of the way. Oh, so I do have Zach 2, my phone, so I might bring that in, get some up close looks a little bit for the head sculpt. Okay, be careful, taking this off. This comes out. Okay. Ooh, wow. That is a really good head sculpt. Sorry for pausing there for a second, guys, but I just had to stop and look at this for a second. So let's see. Check it. I'm going to pull the arms up just a little bit so it makes it a little easier to see the jacket. This guy looks cool. I'm not going to lie. This guy looks really cool. Okay. So here we have Joker. That head sculpt looks amazing, guys. But so you can definitely see the sculpted hair here. I think actually it works perfect on him. Yeah. Looking kind of straight ahead. I can tell you right now, I love how the material feels on this jacket. Like the purple jacket feels great. They did a fantastic job with this guy, just looking at him. Just to answer your question earlier, he feels nice and solid for the most part. Didn't need to adjust his ankle joints do feel a little tight, but they definitely have some articulation, but they are kind of tight. So to manipulate his feet probably are going to take a little bit of work because I'm definitely like right along here. You're trying to move a little bit. I'm definitely getting some resistance there. But you can still definitely move them a little bit. So I want you guys to be able to get some close up. Look here at the jacket. So you can definitely see there is kind of here, you can see on the edges here and stuff, kind of how like they put in kind of the dirt and grime and everything.
Yeah. Christopher wants to know, does the gray jacket come out more on one side than the other?
It looks like kind of here. I'm going to try and pull these straight here. Looks like on this side, maybe there's a little bit more. I'm going to give you guys the full kind of 360 rotation here just for his jacket, so you guys can see how it looks. But there's definitely a nice. I'm trying to think what's the right word for it. For the way you can see some parts of the jacket, like over here, where the purple is very much deeper and stuff, in comparison to where you can see the dust and grime and everything that is showing on the lower parts of his jacket here. I think it looks like they do a pretty good job of kind of showing that this jacket's been lived in. You can see there as well. I think this looked really nice. Like I can definitely tell too. Yeah, the weathering's great. I think they nailed the weathering for this look for him. Let's see if we can do this. So, because I'm going to be keeping him with the jacket on. That's how I intend to. I just tend to keep him. So, just so you guys can see right here, they do have it in the jacket. Obviously, this is where you can stick the grenades and everything that come with them. They just go right under there. If you don't use them, obviously, it's just very easy. Just fold it down and you're not going to see it. So
Yeah.
whether you decide to use that or not, that there isn't any gimmicking really, it's going to get in the way. Now, I'm going to be a little bit careful here because I know we like to see kind of the way, because this is, since he's wearing like, what could be affecting him a little bit movement is because he's just wearing so many layers on him of clothes, of stitched clothes. So this is so you guys can see kind of underneath here. So we've got, obviously, this is more his top and everything he wore during the interrogation scene. You've also got his other under jacket here. They really made sure. You can kind of see some of the stitching and stuff right there, but you can see there even kind of the vibrant red and everything they did for his first under jacket. Looks really good. Like, I'm feeling the value of the 300 plus bucks I put into this guy. Like, I can definitely feel that with here, and then even with his tie. Now, I'm not going to undo this, but try and show you just. I want you guys to see all the tailoring on this because that's one of I think the underrated things with this figure. So you do have the buttons there. Let me see if I can get a view of this here. Let's see. Sorry about this. I'm trying to get you guys a decent view because I want you to see just how you can kind of see right under there where the connections are. If you're trying to remove this part of the undersuit. Yeah, the big rifle is probably how I'm going to do it. I'm not going to probably use one of the knives. I do think I want to do them with the rifle and like with the Joker playing card, but I haven't decided. Like, I'm going to think about for a little bit how I'm going to pose this guy. But he definitely looks really good. Just the detail there for connections. Let's see here. Now, let's go here. I apologize, Zach, if I'm taking a little bit long here, just going over all the different clothes. But this guy has so much detail in his costume here. So there you've got his chain he was wearing. Looks really nice. It's metal. So they didn't cheap out. Hot Toys didn't and make like the chain some kind of really crappy plastic. It is metal. That's good. I like that. Now, here's one thing I would say. This is not a bad thing with it, but kind of one thing I maybe wish they could have had in it is the back of his jacket here for part of the lapels and such. I do kind of wish that I would wish maybe they had some wiring, maybe around just even not a whole lot, but just a little bit on the outside. So like if you wanted to make it where like after for one of the explosions or something like that, where if you wanted to be able to add a little kinetic energy to his coat here, so you can move it up or move it around a little bit. It doesn't need to be the whole thing, but even just like the black, kind of the black parts of the lapels here. I think that might have been cool. It's hardly a deal breaker, but just to like that little bit extra so you could put a little bit of kinetic energy to him. That might have been just the only thing I would say with the coat that I would have liked to have seen, but it's a very minor gripe. So we're going to take a look. So for this guy, for posing, you probably get, let's see here, maybe about that much. So a little past 90, but obviously you kind of probably want to be careful just a little bit because you're going to have the coat rubbing up against here with the material. There could be some paint swapping just because of the nature of this. I haven't shown yet, and I will show you guys here the detail. His gloves, they're all, sculpted plastic, but they look really good. I'm going to give you a close up now here of his shoes. And yeah, probably about articulation up to there, back to about there, and you have kind of limited sideways. So there's not a ton of foot articulation with this guy. Yeah, we the candy striper nurse. Yeah, nurse joke. Are you surprised that they've never done a nurse Joker, Zach? Like, I feel like that were it would not
They're
sell
not.
like something like
Supposedly,
this.
they're not allowed to.
Mm, yeah, maybe the estate or something like that does not want that version. But that I think for instead of like that, if they were able to do it, I think instead of like that Batman fake the Joker Batman we got, like the Nurse Joker, I think would have been perfect for that. Not even whether it was artisan or not, but like for a short run of that, like 2000 or something, 2500, I think people would have bought that, and I think that would have been a pretty popular one. Is a limited release like that. Um, so now here's the big thing. I haven't given you guys a real good the head sculpt. So I kind of know I probably should take this off this guy to so I could really focus, but I don't I know this has a head connector, I believe, that's like some of the other ones that I hate. And I don't want to mess with that. So I'm gonna do my best here, or actually, let me do something here. So Zach, I might bring in another camera real quick. Let's see. I just think this might be better for getting, which is the big thing with this figure is going to be the head sculpt. So I think I can get a better view of this. So I should have my other camera. Okay, and that's me. Whoops.
Turn it down, please. The volume. All right, try that. No, I can't. There we go.
Okay, so we've got Joker.
Yeah, Rob. I mean, I'm not 100% sure that's the rumor, but I mean, you'd be surprised what licensees can and can't, or what they can and can't authorize. You're
So
muted
one,
on both, by the way.
yeah,
Try
I
to turn
did.
the volume down on your phone, please.
Yep. So, and I have myself completely turned off. But just so you can see the detail there. One thing is the hairline here feels like really nice, like it was a little bit done a little bit more accurately. That was one thing. Then I think here, let me back up real quick. Hold on. Sorry, I thought I had this straightened out, but I think because my camera is kind of
If it's too much trouble, we don't need to worry about the close up.
okay.
That's super loud.
Okay. Going back to the original thing here. So I just mostly wanted to be even silent for a minute so I could just show people, could get a better look at the head sculpt than my camera here is doing. So I think overall, the one thing for the hair, like here, these couple strands right here feel a little weird because they're loosey goosey, just kind of out there. But overall, they did a fantastic job with this head sculpt. Then, okay, so now for the gloves here, real quickly, in the different hands. They have a real dark purple to them. It's very nicely done. And you've got a bunch of different hand gestures. That'll be for obviously some of the different holding methods. Open palm. And then we've got, which this one has probably, I think it's going to be one of the smaller trigger hands, if I remember correctly. No, this is going to be something else that this is holding for. And then got more like a trigger hand here. So one of his weapons. This. This actually might be, or one of the larger gun, but this one I figured would be a little bit easier to stick in there for time being. I think this is more for, let's see. It's in there. And this one, this hand is pretty decently malleable, so it's not too bad for fitting in the weapons. This one might be a little bit more challenging because you gotta worry about go. There. So what we can do here. So one thing I will just show you guys. So you are going to maybe, if you're switching out the hands or something, going to need to slightly pull this up to get a decent view for where the peg is when you're trying to switch out the hands. But let's see here. Okay, go. So just kind of see here so you can see with his, see what with the jacket kind of. So you might be able to do, if you can, do a little bit of manipulation to kind of get the jacket straightened out a little bit. But as you can see there, it does seem to work pretty naturally and stuff with the figure. I know a lot of people probably would just kind of, you know, probably have this him keep that straight in this hand and then use the other hand here probably. Like I was considering something like this at the side, and then probably going to do some kind of pose here in this hand with either you could have the bunch of money or one of the hands with holding the Joker card or something like that up. I thought would be something probably is going to be kind of cool where not putting a ton of stress because I just don't think for this guy the feet seem, and it could be also a little bit with the pants and stuff or restricting a little bit. He's got pretty good, motion and stuff like that, but you do pull up the pants a lot, showing off. If you want dying to show off the Joker socks, this is perfect. But easy enough if you do have that up, you can pull and straighten out the pants pretty good. We'll probably do something like that because I don't know how you feel because I know we like posing, but like that symbiote Spider-Man you have, Zach, I feel like that's something meant to go in a weird, crazy looking pose. Where I feel something like this Joker is, yeah, you can do that if you want to or do something, but I feel like you can keep him relatively somewhat museum pose, but you have plenty of things with the swap out hands. And I mean, there's 50 different weapons you can stick him with or different things. I mean, you might want to stick him with the pencil as he's holding it up and just showing, hey, this is about, I'm going to show you make a pencil disappear. So I think you can kind of keep it simple for him with the type of pose you put in, but you have plenty of hand switch outs and stuff. You can make it interesting and still come up with plenty of ways to do it. I don't know how you feel about that. Especially since I know, you a lot of times too will deal with smaller scale figures where it's all about the posing. Last thing, so this is just so I hadn't shown you guys really. So this is how the sculpted hair looks behind here. They did still do a pretty good amount of detail here for trying to show some of the individual locks and everything of the hair, which I do think they did a good job with that. I mean, it's not the same as having the rooted hair. I'm not going to be, silly enough and consider that, but I do think that they did it pretty well. And then we've got like kind of this one, the head sculpt itself. You can kind of, there's definitely a little bit of slide forward here, back. You can kind of go maybe about like this far. Although he's always had a little bit, kind of a little bit of a slouch forward and stuff. Ledger's Joker did. But man, this guy for detail, A+, baby. A+. So did anybody in chat have any other questions or stuff about this guy? So I know it's not like, ooh, great pose here, but I think this kind of, you get a nice thing where the Joker is in the middle of a hand gesture. He's got his gun at his side, and he's probably saying off some snarky comments to the Dark Knight. Or somebody else.
I love it.
Chris points out, yeah. It's like you may not get Ace Ventura and Tutu in the year of our Lord 2025. Don't make it right. Hashtag dark timeline. That particular figure for Ace Ventura did not look very good to me. I was not feeling the Jim Carrey vibes from that. I kind of wish someone would do, actually, even if it's like a third party like So would do a Jim Carrey Dr. Robotnik from the live action Sonic movies, like his look from Sonic 2 or Sonic 3. Like, because I actually love his Robotnik look. A 6-scale figure of that would be cool to me. But I'm going to give this guy, for my first impression, I'm going to give him a 9.1 out of 10. He's a really, really good looking figure. Amazing head sculpt. This head sculpt to me is probably about 9.7 out of 10. I see Ledger Joker here. Now, admittedly, I don't get hooked up quite in the exact detail about like how is this like, except for that the first incarnation of that J&D Kojin Joker that looked like a horror film version of it, but without actually being something scary. Yeah, we don't need any more Ledger Jokers for a long time. This is my Ledger Joker. This is the one I will be keeping. I passed on a lot of statues, other stuff like that, because I said this is going to be perfect. Price point I want. He's going to be going in with my Catwoman from Dark Knight Rises, which is almost sold out, actually, on Sideshow, mercifully. I so hate that figure. That is the one in art figure I absolutely just want them to announce so I can go put money towards it and then wait 2 years and spend $500 on it because I want that figure way more. But really good. Did you have any other comments or anything?
No, I think it looks pretty good. I'm just glad that you didn't get the fucking rooted one.
Yeah, because I might be in a month calling you saying, "Oh my god," and crying into my late St. Patty's Day beer.
There you go.
I'm very happy with this. I'm actually kind of surprised how much especially the head sculpt. Like I really just like, wow, they really did nail this. And obviously, we looked at a lot of good head sculpts over the last couple of years. But anyway, guys, thank you super much for joining us tonight. Oxfather probably will fill you in on the rest of the week.
Yeah, we got I don't know, we got Tuesday CW, Wednesday After Dark, Thursday I think it's Small Talk, and then Friday just another Friday night. Don't know what we're gonna talk about tomorrow. I think we're still kind of deciding on that.
There's not a ton. There's not a ton.
But yeah, if you guys want to see a little bit about my summer break, or what is it, spring break, check out the vlog from today. And yeah, I love you guys, and we'll catch you on the next episode.
Me and Heath say thank you for joining us.
Jumbo babies.